This is a very important deal. Of course, the crown jewel in this is Japan.
It's been 5 years in the making, and trade ministers see it as setting the rules for 21st century trade. From Chile to Japan, the Trans-Pacific Partnership TPP aims to create the world's largest free trade zone, accounting for 40% of global economic output.
There will be some industries that will adapt.
Canada would gain preferential access to Asia in countries like Japan, Malaysia and Vietnam for several products including beef, pork, grain, canola, wine and high-tech machinery.
I don't see this worth any less than, say, $2 to $3 billion of new money for Canadian agriculture.
Currently, 90% of Canada's dairy market is protected. TPP countries will get phased-in duty-free access. The US, Australia and New Zealand stand to benefit from increased access to Canada's supply-managed sectors. Several ag interest groups, including grain and cattle, are jubilant, but one group is waving a red flag.
For the first time, we see our national government, our federal government, to provide funds to compensate supply management farmers for a drop in the market and drop in revenue, and that in itself is new. We've never had that before, and it is worrisome.
The government proposes to support the dairy and poultry sectors with $4.3 billion. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation is concerned about using taxpayers' dollars to compensate for the fallout of the trade deal, but Ritz doesn't see it that way.
It's actually a strategic transitionatory funding is the way I would classify it. There's no bailout. I mean, this is to stabilize the industry. This is an employer of over 300,000 people, $35 billion annual addition to our GDP. We want to make sure that they remain strong.
In the Bfrds Lloydminster riding, where Ritz is incumbent, the other candidates are weighing in.
It is said that canola is going to benefit. The projections are a 15% increase in canola marketing. I cannot see that, 6-7% perhaps, but not 15%. The Conservatives are really big on negotiating deals, but they don't do very well at it. Our trade deficit is increasing. Just this last August, the trade deficit increased $2.5 billion, just in 1 month.
The people are going to need to really buckle down on this one, I think, because to a degree, some of them have been sold out. The auto industry is very upset. The milk producers and egg producers in Eastern Canada or Central Canada are very affected by this, and it's going to take a lot of innovation on the part of the farmers, on the part of the auto industry to make it work for them.
The TPP has a lot of issues that we don't know about yet, but in the past, the free trade agreement, NAFTA, I mean, we send our oil down to the States, it's refined down there, and it's sent back as expensive product to us to put in our vehicles. The deal was signed down in Georgia, and the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
The Peterson Institute for International Economics estimates that Canada could benefit from upwards of $10 billion in revenue from the TPP by 2025. But there's a lot of work to be done to make that a reality as Canada moves forward.
We've made sure that our economy is going to remain strong. We are a trading nation. 1 in 5 jobs in Canada depend on trades.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.
This Ag Report is brought to you by the Lloydminster Co-op Agro Centre. Depend on them for product, tools, and expert advice. Shop at your local Lloyd Co-op Agro Centre with branch locations in Lashburn and Neilburg.